Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WRL Mexican Grand Prix.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
We get the fastest lap early on, but in these wet conditions, my teammate Murph goes on and pips us. We come around another time and beat his lap, but in this ding-dong battle of a qualifying session, it would not be over. He comes back and just scrapes in front of us, and in fact Danny goes less than a tenth behind in an incredible top three positions there. Murph once again improves. In the Delta you can see that we're improving there again, and we're going to come across the line here. We'll lose the rear a little bit, can't quite get to him. We're pretty close though. I'll have to try again. This time though I come out on dry tyres. I thought it is drying up, I'll go for a gamble, see if it pays off. It didn't. This was the end of the outlap and I just can't get the power down. In fact, Murph comes past. Clearly he's going to be in front of me on the grid, and I may even fall behind other cars. As you can see, there's just no grip at turn 1. I lose the lap, it's invalidated obviously, not that I would have completed that. Halfway down the straight, just lose the rear. Thankfully keep it relatively straight and don't lose any wheels. And by the end of the session, Danny Rocks, my girlfriend, goes second, so close to getting her first pole of the season. But instead, Murph, my teammate, gets his second consecutive pole, and I line up third. Then it's a dry race, and there's a mixture of tyre compounds selected here. The top two are on super softs, and at least the second row are on softs. I didn't really know what happened behind. Massive slipstream with the rich revs there, and around the outside we go into the lead, perhaps. Yes, we've done it. Not only that, but Waffles has followed us through, so the second row of the grid, favourable for this race start. We try and gap the field with consecutive fastest laps here. Waffles overtaken by Danny, and she moves up to second quite convincingly, and by lap 7 it's time for her and some of the super soft guys to pit behind. We pit at the end of lap 13, we stretched it quite a bit beyond the Waffles. Excalibur retires, unfortunately for him. By lap 20, the rain is coming, but the people who started on super softs are likely to have to pit twice before the rain gets here. I'm trying to extend it, and as you can see, the cars behind both went to super softs knowing the rain was coming very soon. Waffles got a very quick lap midway through the race. At the end I did check that, and it was reported to me that he cut the corner in the stadium section, and indeed you can see there's a penalty there and a warning, so I don't think he'll be attributed with the fastest lap. He indeed retires soon after. Cars are starting to enter the pits now for the intermediate tyre. The lap times are starting to drop off. I go around again, not really sure when the ideal pitting time is, and you can see the drop off even more than it was the previous lap. We eventually enter the pits at the end of 27 laps. For those intermediates, come up behind Crook. He's having his first race since Albert Park, and he's lagging a little bit there, as you can see. On multiple occasions through this middle sector I thought I was catching up, about to lap him, and all of a sudden his car would teleport up the road. So that wasn't ideal, it was a bit disconcerting, but I had a big gap behind, and eventually I did catch the real Crook, and he let me through very nicely there. Into the stadium on lap 32, and a couple of laps later, 4 laps later in fact, the confetti is flying, even in these damp conditions, and for the second consecutive season. It's going to be WRL victory here in Mexico, my 5th win in Mexico, and I've only won at this track on this game, so this is going really well. Favourite track certainly, and we do a championship flick just for the lols and take victory. Danny Rocks with a fantastic second, the second time we've finished first and second this season. Roll on Brazil. See you guys then.